Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Owen Video, and it's been a while since I've uploaded anything raw and off the cuff because I've been spending so much time on strategy, right? And the direction that we're going and what type of content we want to make videos on. And I've got all these ideas just pouring out of me. But the problem is that every time I make a video, it's like you've got to make a stimulating thumbnail. And that's a burden. It's such a hard thing to do because if you put out the same thumbnail every single time, what's up, Brian? Good to see you. If you put out the same thumbnail every time, you know, it gets repetitive and it's not as, you're not going to get that click. Hey, Shayna J, been a while. Brad, good to see you. Air 5, glad you guys are here. I think it's good that you need a thumbnail. I think it's good that thumbnails are part of the process. It's like on Hulu or Netflix, you're using visual imagery to sort of attract the click, but it's such an important part. And let me tell you, I've got these ideas pouring out of me, and they are bottlenecked. Jeremy, what's going on? Larry Snow logging in. I am bottlenecked by the need to make a high-quality custom thumbnail every time. To the point where, you know, we're developing, because we're a company, man. Like, we're a business. I'm not a full-time creator, or I'm not a full-time creator, right? I create for the business. Shayna J is saying, yeah, I don't like making thumbnails either, but we have to do what we have to do. I get it. I get it. And I'm just wondering how, folks, how we can get through that process. You know, like, I want to hear from you. Should we as users de-emphasize the thumbnail to see the algorithm move in a more democratic way or a content-driven way, or do we double down? I'm sure there's a couple people out there that are so good at making thumbnails to where it's like a competitive advantage. So I'm just here to have the conversation with you because I hate it. I love YouTube. I would love to be on YouTube every day. I would love to be going live every day with trainings like this on how to make sales, how to do sales, how to close sales. Are you guys following me on Instagram? Follow me on Instagram at Owen Video, because on Instagram I'm doing what I want to do on YouTube. But on Instagram you can only do it in like little snips and seconds, right? Like if you've got a business, you're a consultant, you're a coach, you're in a service-based business, that's the person, you and me are going to have a lot in common, right? Because I grew my business on video, and that's what I know how to do. If you're a creator, you know, we can talk about sponsorships and the entrepreneurial side of the YouTube spectrum, but I'm not necessarily going to be your Nick Nimmin, your Daryl Eves, your algorithm specialist. Right, I'm going to be talking, like, for example, I'm working with a couple creators on getting sponsors, right? This is where I excel. And I'm going to be talking about sponsorship more on the TubeBuddy channel. And they make all my thumbnails for me, right? I just go live and then they have it already. John D. King, I'm not going to read your comment, but I think it's worth people going into the comment section and reading it. So, you know, I'm really going to be talking about business and sales and crafting a message and getting people, moving people, influencing people and being a leader in your space, right? Because the new business model is not about making sales or you know, driving traffic or, hey, Brian White, Air 5, I appreciate that mad respect you just dropped. And you're one like me. You're like me, Brian White, because you and I came up the same way, slanging videos to business owners and saying, like, look, you do a video with me and your business is going to get more leads. You're going to be representing yourself appropriately for the first time ever, right? That's what video does. Video makes you a market leader. Everyone's talking about these little, oh, do this thing or do that thing or here's this tactic or hack the algorithm, when in reality, right, what you've got to do is become a market leader in your space. Shayna J, question for you. You're a vlogger, you're a content creator. How are you becoming the premier vlogger in your space? Right? What are you doing to create that? Brian White, who is a marketing specialist, Pearly Q, good to see you. What are you doing, Brian, to be not just a guy who sells video, but to be the market leader in your local area? Not nationally, man, your local area. I think thumbnails help to do this a lot, because thumbnails present you visually and it creates authority. People go, wow, you know how to represent. I'd love to hear your thoughts, guys. I'm just kind of flowing. I'm free flowing here. John D. King is saying, I am in the service industry. Would love to learn more from you. John D. King, you're exactly what I'm talking about. Stick around here. What kind of industry, what are you doing? What's your service? What do you provide? Engineer Hoist is saying, I use a thumbnail for my, I use a template for my thumbnails. Helps me knock it out in 10 to 15 minutes. But here's the thing, too. You have to be at a desktop, right? I've created a couple ways, actually, now that I think about it. I've created a couple ways to get fast thumbnails out, but I've never really enjoyed the process from my mobile device. Do a video, upload it. I wish that, and maybe YouTube Live does do it. Does YouTube Live allow me to upload a thumbnail from my phone if I go live from my phone? Jen Adventures TV is logging in. Look, Jen is a talent. You guys need to be following Jen. We're writing a song together. Jen, I haven't forgot about it. I haven't. Oh, we're just doing so much stuff. And I know you are too. But we have something with that song and I want to continue it. Glenn and Kelly, realtors. Okay, realtors, I'm big with realtors. In fact, most of the money I made this year, I would say, no, that's not true. The second most amount of money I made this year came from realtors and brokers and mortgage companies hiring me for workshops, training, and that sort of thing. Thumbnails are a sign of consistency to your branding, a necessary evil. Yeah, but here's the thing, like, if they become too repetitive, then your viewers tune them out, right? And they become part of the noise. And so how do we like keep it, like we talk about a template, you know? If you are a personality, you know, a great example is Nick Nimmin. How many of you guys know who Nick is? Watching live or replay, let me know in the comments. Nick can get away with the same-ish thumbnail every time because people are tuning in to see Nick. People are like, what is Nick going to be talking about today? I think Justin Brown is the same way. However, I think Justin Brown does a ton of great stuff to provide thumbnail variants. I think Roberto Blake does the same thing. So I want you to like think about that. You've got to have a strong personality following to get away with the same thumbnail every day. Otherwise, you do have to be adding something new every time to kind of keep the audience engaged. And I think there's something to be said about when you hover over a thumbnail and it plays. Like if you can control what plays and you play something with some text or like a preview, if we can control what plays when we hover over a thumbnail, I think that you could increase your click-through rate. John D. King is saying, home improvement, I specialize in replacement windows, siding, and gutters. Dude, that is how I got my start, man. I left bartending because I knew I was going to, at 23, I was like, I'm going to get stuck in bartending the rest of my life if I don't make a move. So I got into selling on the floor of a flooring store. I was a salesman on the floor. And then I moved into selling vinyl retrofit windows. Did very well with that. Roofing, siding, not so much, but we pitched it. But Windows is where I made my game, and that's where the leads slowed down, and that's where I started generating leads. That got me into the lead generation biz, and then I built that company, and then, you know, I came into sales for the small business. Yeah, engineer is saying he does it all on desktop, you know, and that's kind of the problem for me. It's 5. What time is it now? I got to get going. I got a leadership group tonight, so there, you know, it's me and like 6 other young married guys. They're younger than me, of course, probably about Dan Norton's age. Maybe they've got a kid. I lead them in a group on leadership and how to become an effective leader in your marriage, in your community, and in your business. And that's a volunteer thing that we do. Like that's something that I put together. I targeted a couple local guys that I'm like, hey, you got a lot of raw talent. I think you want to step out into a new type of living, and I called them to that, and so yeah, we're doing that, and I got to go and get ready for that. Dan Norton is giving love to the Roberto Blake thumbnail templates, guys. Totally worth it. If you get a membership to TubeBuddy, you get them free. Go to owen.video/TubeBuddy. One word, all lowercase. And you can get that. So, some interesting thoughts, guys. I'm just rambling with you. That's what's coming. John D. King is saying, what about some training on lead generation, brother? I am a player on learning. Look, that's all I talk about is lead generation. I've just been talking about it in a way that's not good for the algorithm, right? I need to be talking about it in a different way. So I do have some very tactical stuff on my channel. The video sales funnel is huge. You need to know about the video sales funnel. Lots more training on that. Chatbots. I got a lot of stuff on chatbots. I believe in that. But John D. King, tell me in the comments, man, what kind of content do you guys want to hear about when it comes to growing a business using video? And Dan Norton and Media Zeus, I want to hear from you guys. Brian G, thumbs up kids, is saying Brian G gave us good thumbnail advice. Brian G is awesome. Video Zeus saying the video sales funnel is golden. Guys, the video sales funnel, you master that. For Brian and Dan, if you guys master that, you'll never have to look for a client again. People will seek you out. For those of you that want to use the video sales funnel, you'll never have to scramble for a customer again. They'll automatically never scramble for a customer again. They just come to you. It's like a water bucket. It's a conveyor belt that goes out into the world with your videos as bait and brings the right people into you, you know. Some good lessons for creating discovery content on your channel, by the way. I gotta go, guys. I love you. Thanks for being here. Let's do it again. You want me to do this again? You want to go live and just like, who cares about the thumbnail? Let me know. All right, we'll make it happen. Bye, guys.